Now guys, do let me know in the comments below, but I'm just wondering, is there any formations that you think should work really well for you? You think, yeah, this should fit me perfectly, but no matter what you do, no matter what you try, you just can't get it to work for you, man. Let me know, I'd love to hear from you. For me, it's the 4-3-3 attack, or the 4-3-3-4, depending on your age, I guess. But it's got everything I should need. It's attacking, it's got a cam, it's got wingers. I should be able to really rock this formation, but I can't. So when I got this comment asking me to make a fun 4-3-3-4, well, place has shrunk on me that you don't want shrinking, man. So I've tried so many different things with this formation, man. False nines, tiki-taka football, attacking wing-backs. And no matter what I tried, I was just getting absolutely thrashed every single game. And what I found out was, I just need to not be imaginative. You just have to go all out attack with this. So like I say guys, we're running the 4-3-3 attack today. The build-up style I've gone for eventually is actually counter. Now what I would say is there's two ways to play this, and you have to vary both the build-up style and the defensive approach depending on what suits your play style. I've gone for counter specifically because I found out as I was playing this formation, I just can't defend with it very well. I'll be open and honest with you guys all the time. It just doesn't work for me. I need CDMs for my defensive play style. 2 CMs without any sort of right mid and left mid support. It just doesn't work for me. So I decided, rather than defend, I'm just going to try and score more goals than the opposition score. So to go with that counter build-up, I run a line out of 95. Like I say, it's an all-attack formation. I don't care if I concede. I want to get the ball back if I can high up the pitch, and then I want to score. I'm going to outscore the opponent no matter what. But what I would say is this is obviously not a balanced approach, and if you're looking to run this from the start, I'd probably drop this to short passing because that works really well. And then I would change this line height to 70. And I feel like you've just got a little bit more defensive solidity. Now for the player roles, for your goalkeeper, do whatever you want. Goalkeeper plus is what I've got, but whatever plus you've got, work with that. Now for both your fullbacks, you're going to go fullback and defend. And I know that's boring. I know it's the same as everything else. I know that I haven't been very imaginative with it. I'd love to run wing back on this. I'd love to have like an old school Barcelona where I've got my right back and my left back absolutely bombing forward, offering support, but it just doesn't work with this formation. You are so vulnerable in defence as the formation stands normally. If you've got your fullbacks pushing forward as well, you're just going to get countered every single time. You're just going to get smashed. It's not worth it. So run these on fullback defend. I'd recommend having 2 players, so I'm running Nuno Mendes and Kyle Walker. 2 players that I'd be happy to play at centre-back. And that's what you need, because you want these 2 full-backs just maintaining that line of 4. You don't want them pushing out, but you want them quick enough that if they manage to get their ball out to their winger, you can manage to get your full-back out wide and make that interception or make that tackle. Obviously, if you can get them with Bruiser Plus, even better, because then you can just hold A, get your stand tackle done, shove them off the ball, and you're not going to give away a foul. Now, both your central defenders are on defender, defend, and in this formation, particularly, your centre-backs are so important. You want the metaist of meta you can get. I'm talking your Salibas, Van Dijks, the new team of the seasons. Like, you cannot run anything other than the meta here. I'm running Araujo and Carlos Alberto, 2 players that probably up to a couple of weeks ago, were absolutely insane. They are starting to show a little bit now that the team of the seasons are just better. It was always going to be that way. But if you don't have the meta options here, you're going to really struggle, because this formation is so offensive. Even if you put it on short passing, a low line height, it's still going to be aggressive in the attack, and it just leaves you so vulnerable on the defence. So you will have times where these centre backs are just bombed forward with sort of 4 players to mark. It's really difficult. You want them to have anticipate. With all the new like evos and stuff, anticipate and intercept will be incredible, but I've got 2 defenders with anticipate and it helps me out no end, just because in this formation you are under the cosh so much. You just need these defenders to be able to intercept those balls, read where the through balls are coming, and hopefully manage to defend it. But you also want them pacey enough that if you do mess up, they're going to be able to at least trap back and make a tackle. Now for your 2 CMs, this is where you're going to have to play around to fit your play style, because they are probably the most crucial part of this formation. Like I said in the build-up, I run this as an attacking formation. I wouldn't recommend running this from the start. Like I said, I'd go for 70 depth and sort of a short passing build-up if I was running this from the start. But for how I want it to be fun, I run one as a deep line playmaker defend, and one as a box-to-box and balanced. Now, you guys that have watched the channel before will know that usually, if I run two CMs, I run them both on box-to-box or one on playmaker attack and one on box-to-box. I like it to be really offensive, but in this formation, it is so lacking defensively because you haven't got a holding mid. It is so easy for your opponent, especially if they're running the meta 4-2-1-3, to find a ball to their cam and to their striker, because your defensive line and your midfield line are just so far apart, and it's unfortunate because that's what I think let this formation down the most, and that's I think why I can't get along with it very well. So you need one. I've got Kante here that you run on deep line defend. You don't want them pushing forward. You want them as close to your defenders as you could possibly get them, just to try and block those balls through, man, because you will just be overloaded if you don't. But you also want this to be a little bit fun as well. Like I say, it is attacking, so that's why I have my other one on box to box. But what I would say at this stage, and this is why I haven't got many highlights in this video, if any, because I need to talk you through two ways of playing this. And if I was playing this as a starter formation with the 70 depth, with the short passing, I'd probably have both of these on either deep line defend or holding defend, because you want them as close to your defenders as possible, and it's not very balanced. You're going to struggle, I'll be honest. Now, for the cam in this formation, you're going to go for shadow striker attack. What I would say is it's an attacking formation. You want as many players making forward runs as possible. With shadow striker attack, you just find that your cam makes a lot more forward movement than they do on something like playmaker. On playmaker, they're a lot more static, there to receive the ball and pass it and sort of recycle it onwards, whereas on shadow striker, they'll become part of your attack. And with this formation, you're attacking sort of a 4-1-5, which is crazy, I know, but it's the only way that I can see to make this formation work. Like I say, it's there to outscore the opponents. But if you wanted to play this as a balanced starter formation, like I say, with the tiki-taka football, I'd probably swap this to playmaker, because you'd have your two CMs a lot more holding. You want a presence that's always in the sort of final third to in between their midfielders and defenders, so that you've got someone to make that pass. When I'm using the attacking formation, obviously I have my box-to-box there, but when you're using the defensive formation of this, then your cam is just the one to put on playmaker. Now, in the attacking variation for both the wingers, I run inside forward balanced. I try to get it as close to the 4-2-1-3 as I can, just so that it counters it well. But inside forward balanced just means that every single time they're going to bomb on a diagonal run, and you're going to look for a through ball from someone. That's all they're there to do. Get in behind, try and make that run, and then finesse or Trivella, whichever one you've got, into the far corner. But again, this is where it varies if you're running it as a balanced formation, because inside forward balanced or inside forward attack, it's always a diagonal run, so you know what it's going to be. And that can become predictable and pretty difficult to pass to if you're running short passing. So if you're running the short passing variation, I would change this to inside forward and roaming, and it just means that they make a little bit of variations in the run, and it just makes it a little bit easier to pass to, because they try to lose the fullback, whereas 9 times out of 10 on inside forward balanced, you're just going to be looking for a through ball to them. And now, no matter how you're going to play out this formation, you're going to go for advanced forward attack on the striker. I've tried support, I've tried false 9, I've tried everything with this, and the build-up is just not as good if you don't have advanced forward attack. That's just the way it is. It's the meta right now. It's going to be until endgame. Let's be honest, not much is going to change. You have to be running this. They're going to be bombing in behind when you need them. They will make a couple of runs short when needed, but it's just going to be mostly bombing forward. And even if you're running the short passing variation, man, you want advanced forward attack, because they'll still come short when needed. But what you'll find is that both your wingers will come in short and they'll find the balls to pass to, and then your striker will still run in behind. You will run out of options on short passing if you don't have this guy on advanced forward attack. But here's what it looks like with the ball, man. And if you go onto my 4-2-1-3 video, you will see that with the ball, this looks pretty much identical, if not exactly the same. And that's what I was looking for with this, man, because it is the best formation on the game. And if you're going to counteract it and you want to score a load of goals, you want to be trying to mimic that where you can. And this should be the perfect formation for it. But is it? Well, if you want full disclosure, no. No, it's not. It's a good formation attacking, and how I've laid it out here, if you're looking for an attacking formation, this is really good. I'd say on the attack, you've got probably more options than in the 4-2-1-3, just because you've got a lot more forward runners with the CMs, and CMs just take far more attacking positions naturally than your CDMs will. But in terms of balance, and if I was looking for a balanced formation, even with the short passing variation on this, I would just go for the 4-2-1-3. I know it makes you a meta slave, I know people will call you a rat, it doesn't matter, man. You're here to get wins, you're not here to make content, what does it matter? I would 100% run the 4-2-1-3 over this, but that doesn't mean this isn't a viable formation. I've had fun with it, I have enjoyed it. There was one game where I think it finished 10-10, there was one where I won 5-4, there was one where I lost 6-5. If you're looking for an arcadey playstyle, this is the formation for it, but if you're looking for balanced, beautiful football, this isn't it. Go to the 4-2-1-3, go to the 4-2-3-1, there's so much better options out here. But if you are a couple of goals down, guys, maybe in the 60th, 70th minute, I do see this as a feasible option to switch to try and get yourself back in the game. Get some attacking players on, and this will get you a lot of attacking runs. So note down the code on screen for you now, guys, and yeah, if you are in that position that you need an attacking formation, this will work really well for you. But like I've said, if you're looking for a balanced formation, for me, I'd stick to the 4-2-1-3. But I think that's going to do it for the video today, guys. Sorry there's not many highlights, but at the end of the day, I needed to talk you through properly what players and where to change, and I couldn't do that if I've got things going on the screen. But if you'd be interested in me, you know, popping a video on of me actually playing this along with you guys, then just drop a comment down below. I'd be more than willing to do it. And it might drive me a little bit insane, because like I said at the start of the video, this is just one formation that I just can't get to grips with. And I hate it, because I feel like I should love this formation, but I just can't get along with it. But if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, it helps me out no end. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing. More FC25 content every couple of days. As well as over, I think we're up to 60, 70 packs now that I'm going to be opening on Friday afternoon. Can't wait for Premier League Team of the Season, man. I am getting itchy fingers. I keep seeing these French Team of the Seasons. I'm like, ooh, they look good. But I'm holding out for the PL. Anyway, I hope you have a great rest of your day, guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!